皆さんこんにちは。コンテンツマーケティングアカデミーの田所です。 CMD の2020では、グローバルツールですね、日本では使われていないグローバルツールを、紹介をしてまいります。で今回は Zapier というツールを取り上げます。皆さんご存知ですかね。これ何かと言いますと、複数のウェブサービスを自動でつなげる、そういうツールなんですけれども、今回ですね、たまたまと言いますか、ちょっと突撃、取材的にですね、Zapier のユーザー会、があるんですけれども、4500人ぐらいですね。非常に大きいユーザー会なんですけれども、ここを管理されているオーストラリアの、方ですね、代理店の方なんですけれども、クリスさんという方ですね。非常にいい方でフレンドリーな方なんですけれども、お願いをしたらですね、今回 CMD に出ていただけるというところで、クリスさんもずっと長年やってらっしゃるんですけれども、なぜその Zapier というのがそれほど素晴らしいかというですね、そのお話をしていただきましたので、ぜひご覧ください。
Hi, my name is Chris and I'm a founder of That Startup Company. That Startup Company is an Australian automation agency and we help businesses automate and streamline their processes. We use software to reduce the manual work and we help businesses connect their software together. We are Zapier certified experts and we run the largest Zapier Facebook community. Zapier itself isn't an email marketing tool. It's the tool that connects your other businesses and your other software together. But in the beginning stages of companies, sometimes they don't have the budget to do that. So you can start to use free tools or cheaper tools that don't do everything and just do one thing well, and use a tool like Zapier to connect them all together. And that way you can have a very similar experience for your customer, but without having to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on some of those really sophisticated email tools. So there are endless possibilities. As I mentioned, there are over 2,000 apps. And the way that you build a Zap or a workflow is that you start with a trigger and then it's followed by at least one action. It just makes your life so much easier. And for me personally, I really enjoy growing businesses. You need to be able to remove as much busy work as possible to let your team. So Zapier enables every person and every company to reduce the busy work. We ask them 3 questions. What does your team copy and paste every day? What reports or data are exported every day? And are there any tasks that the team avoid doing? And it's with these 3 questions that we're able to identify. So for us, there's a lot of different areas that we've built workflows for. The first one was marketing list segmentation. With the CTA automation, so a call to action automation, you can make it so when someone fills in a form, they're delivered a lead magnet or a case study or anything else you want to provide to them. One example of this is a workflow built in Zapier that creates a ticket in GitHub from a Google form. And this is what's playing on the screen now. Don't worry, it's sped up a lot. You don't need to go this quick. So what's happening here is that a new response has been filled in Google Forms. The person is passing through the attributes into GitHub and creating a new ticket. It's a very simple process. From now on, every time someone fills in one of those forms, use cases that you see are for smaller companies. However, if you go onto the Zapier website, you'll see that it is actually used by large businesses as well. And we've worked with a lot of very large multinational companies. And I think the thing that a lot of people don't like to publicly talk about is that sometimes the internal processes at these really big companies aren't as sophisticated as what you would believe. And so they have the same problems that small companies have. And it's simple things like making sure that when someone fills in a form on the website, that it ends up being sent to the right person. So Zapier started by helping these smaller companies and startup businesses, but over time, the things that you can build has increased to help nearly any kind of business. This one was an education group based here in Australia. They were running ads on Facebook and through Google search. They had no way of tracking, and the sales team would do what they could in order to convert them, but there was no differentiation between them. So we built for them a workflow that would take each lead. It would identify, based upon a few factors, how interested that lead was. And we would then randomly allocate it to one of their sales team members. And they were able to identify that 50% of the ads that they were spending money on was not converting. And so what this meant is they could reduce without actually losing any revenue. And this was only a small business. So a much larger, more sophisticated business would probably already be doing this. But in-house, this small company, and using Zapier and their existing tools, we were able to do that and help them basically have higher performing marketing.